The Pokemon today has actually been pretty good. It
Yeah.
seems like we are seeing rematches in top four of what we saw in, or what was played in Swiss. So we've got William and Justin up again. This matchup did not go well for William last time. I'm just throwing it out there. This was a very one-sided, dominant showing from Justin.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything interesting from either team that was on stream that I wasn't?
So what's interesting about this is that Nidoking is scarfed, potentially scarfed. It was faster than Rayquaza, but slower than boosted Xerneas, which makes sense, because boosted Xerneas has +2, and Nidoking was at +1 essentially.
Right.
And the other interesting thing to note is that William is playing with one restricted Pokemon.
Yeah, I saw that. I know that he showed me on Discord earlier, right?
Mhm.
You saw that? Yeah.
So it's been interesting, but I think it puts him in a little bit of a rough spot against Justin, just because Justin has so many more tools to work with. And we saw that Amoonguss didn't actually do anything in the first match between the two of them. So it's interesting to see him lead it out here. The Amoonguss in game 2, in the round that they played together, Amoonguss switched in and just got bopped by this Incineroar. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what's going to happen here, since William does have fake out pressure here and Rayquaza and Amoonguss out. I don't know. What do you think?
Good question. I've been trying to walk around and find a quiet place, so I haven't really thought about it too much yet. So yeah, right now I'm like in the alleyways walking around, but oh, they switched out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't think the Amoonguss was really doing much there with the fake out pressure, so not too surprised by that switch out.
Yeah, and we also saw
Rayquaza's gonna do. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. Rayquaza we did see in the last series that they played in. Rayquaza was scared of Dazzling Gleam to a certain extent, but Justin made some really good calls, so it'll be nice to see if he can make those good calls again. Now with Incineroar out and about for Justin, able to put out some fake out pressure, intimidating that Incineroar, making sure that Justin's Incineroar was able to stick it out a little bit better.
It looks like Rayquaza's in a decent position with the fake out pressure from that Incineroar.
Yeah, and Rayquaza dodges an Electro Web, and Justin playing it a little bit risky, making sure that he doesn't use that fake out here. Rayquaza using Earth Power. We saw it in the last round, or the round that they played. That's able to take out KOs on almost everything on William's team. And now we see this knockoff from William, knocking off that Focus Sash. And man,
that's good.
Justin,
So was that revealed when they played earlier?
It was, which explains a little bit why Justin was willing to play a little bit more risky with Rayquaza initially. But yeah, no, that was a pretty good turn for Justin, and I don't think that quite went how William was expecting it to.
Right. Because with that Koko out of the game, there doesn't seem to be too much threatening that Rayquaza, especially with that Amoonguss right next to it.
Scarf Nidoking, just based on where it was hitting the speed.
Yeah, that Amoonguss makes it really annoying then.
Yeah,
without
without any ability to protect, like Nidoking might be able to get an Ice Beam off if it has it, but here comes that Rage Powder. This is going to be an uphill battle for William.
Yeah, I think so too. Earth Power, huh?
Earth Power, giving him a little bit of stab. Tailwind out. This is going to be even harder.
Right, because now he outspeeds the Nidoking, not Queen. I want to say Queen because it's blue.
The cross-dressing Nidos.
Yeah.
But now that Justin has set up Tailwind, he doesn't even have to worry about redirection. He's basically free to do whatever he wants with this Amoonguss, whether he wants to Rage Powder and sacrifice it, or switch it out just for the Manor 4-0, potentially.
Right, Incineroar might be a good switch in, but then again, there's that Nidoking threat.
Mm-hmm. And we did see in the round that they played in Swiss that Nidoking goes down to an Earth Power just 1. So it's not able to survive an Earth Power, which isn't surprising because it's Nidoking, not Nidoqueen. If it was Nidoqueen going down to 1 Earth Power, maybe I might be a little surprised, but I feel like
Nidoking is a little bit bulkier.
I feel like you're kind of telegraphing that if you've got Nidoking, it's like, hey, by the way, this is offensive only.
Right. There isn't anything you can really do defensively.
Yeah, so we do see the Earth Power coming out from Rayquaza into that Nidoking. And again, picks up the KO. It looks like Justin...
That was really safe.
It looks like Justin has this this flow charted right now. And then a Flare Blitz into Rayquaza, obviously not going to be terribly effective, but it really seems like William is scrambling for answers and just trying to get some damage in.
Right, maybe he was trying to go for that burn chance for residual damage, but even then, that's not going to do too much.
Yeah, so at this point with William at, a 2 Pokemon disadvantage, even with Kartana out on the field, Justin's got Tailwind up. So he can just Flare Blitz and Earth Power into that Incineroar and hopefully clear out this game. So Rayquaza's Earth Power. I don't think we got to see this damage calc. That's actually pretty close. It looks really good that Incineroar is able to survive that well, that knockoff.
Right, so I think that'd be about a 3-hit KO.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Williams Incineroar I think is at -2 attack now. So unfortunately for him, he's looking for a lot of help here. Hopefully maybe some crits to bail him out, maybe some double protects to stall out this Tailwind. But it's going to be a tough ask for Kartana to try and take out, an Incineroar and an Amoonguss and a Rayquaza. And whatever Justin's 4th Pokemon happens to be.
Right. We may not even get to see it this game.
So looking at Williams' team, we definitely need... Oh, he did get a critical hit, so...
Yeah,
he got bailed out a little bit there.
Right. The Amoonguss can't redirect it, so...
Yeah, but it looks like he's going to go ahead and take that forfeit. William definitely needs to find a way to kind of reorient his team to try and pull this out a little better. It was really unfortunate for him. Justin kind of has his number, it feels like.
Right. I don't think there's too much for Justin to change in his game plan.
Yeah, and we saw previously that Justin kind of set himself up with Xerneas later on.
Right.
He was really happy to kind of put William on the back foot and try and make him almost panic a little bit. And then Justin just switched gears a little bit and was like, "Hey, look, you couldn't answer this one way of my team the way that you let out last time. If you change out your lead outs, you're going to answer that. But now I've got Xerneas, and you don't have great answers for that with that lead out."
Yeah, it seems like his only answers for Xerneas on this team are the Nidoking and the Kartana, which we already saw.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have any kind of, earth resistances or immunity? Ground, sorry. Just thinking earth power.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know what kind of adjustments William could make. Maybe he could bring the Tyranitar, because that could threaten the Rayquaza potentially with rock moves.
And I don't think that we saw a Groudon out of William this time.
No, we didn't. We didn't see a restricted from him. Well, he only had the one, but
yeah. So he didn't bring Groudon, and wasn't able to answer the questions, and so it was kind of risky for him. As you said, Kartana and Nidoking are his Xerneas answers, so it might have been that he was just terrified of Xerneas more than anything else.
Right, and if Justin brings it in the back, he has to have one of those two, or he just loses.
Yeah. So here we are in game 2 of
Yeah,
Top
so there's that
Cut.
Tyranitar.
Yeah, and unfortunately for him, William brings Tyranitar, knowing that he's going to be able to do at least some damage with a stab rock type attack. But with Tyranitar out here, no sand damage coming in.
Right, and notably, even if Justin protects with that Rayquaza, he's going to get rid of the Focus Sash with that sand. So that could be pretty relevant too with the Scarf Nidoking if he has that in the back.
Well, keep in mind that with the way that Rayquaza's ability works, he's not going to have extra special defense and no sand damage. So
yeah, I forgot. It's been a while.
No, it's good. So it looks like William trying to reduce the speed of this Rayquaza and then going for a crunch on that Amoonguss, understanding that that is a big threat right now. Grass not coming in, again, doing a good chunk of damage just because Tyranitar doesn't have that extra boosted special defense right now.
Right. I think William needs to be really careful with that Tyranitar. That spread damage from Rock Slide, if he has it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but if he has that, I would be trying to save the Tyranitar to get around that Amoonguss.
Absolutely. And if he's got Protect on this Tyranitar, it feels like this is a great turn for him to Protect. Try and slow down that Rayquaza a little bit with Electro Web. We saw last game that there was an unfortunate miss with that Electro Web. So Rayquaza was able to just continue pounding everybody.
So he does hit it this time around. Question is, how fast is Tyranitar? Can it outspeed? I'm gonna guess no, but
it looks like that Tyranitar, hoping that he's going to be able to survive at least 2 shots from something, and not able to. And you know what? To Justin's credit, Clear Smog is a great choice here, because going for the Clear Smog, let's say there was something crazy happening, and Justin loses Rayquaza, or Tyranitar survives that Earth Power somehow, that Clear Smog would have been able to take out the boost from Weakness Policy. And now at this point, we've got Groudon out here, and again, no weather boosts.
Yeah, it's going to be rough again. Let's see what happens. So what moves have we seen on the Rayquaza so far? We've seen Earth Power, Tailwind,
Protect.
Yeah.
And I think the last one is Extreme Speed, but I don't know that we've seen it on stream.
Oh, okay.
But we have seen out of this particular Groudon from William, it does have Sword Stance, it does have Dragon Claw.
Really?
Yeah, Dragon Claw, which was particularly interesting. And then also it has Precious Blades, which we would absolutely come to expect.
Right. And I do know something about this Groudon that was that he showed us prior to the event that could be helpful here, but I'm not sure if it's been revealed yet on stream previously, so I won't mention it yet.
Just teasing us with information and not giving us any.
Yeah. For
So
William, possibly.
So this Groudon, I don't know what's going to be allowed speed what at the moment. We've seen a bunch of Electro Web drops. And I think this Rayquaza is at -2, -3 speed, but we did just see the Tailwind come up.
Right.
So Incineroar should still be relatively fast. And unfortunately for Incineroar, because Rayquaza is on the... Oh yeah, we did see this, the Quick Claw. I forgot about the Quick Claw.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the Quick Claw, Dragon Claw.
Yeah, we saw this get knocked off.
Yeah.
And that Quick Claw Protect is just super cute. Unfortunate for William that it activates on a Protect, but at least we did get to see it activate.
Yeah.
Earth Power coming out here, and obviously
knock it out. Yeah.
Yeah, Koko is not going to be able to survive that. But now at this point, I mean, we've seen Groudon. He's got the Sword Stance, which counteracts the Intimidate, plus a little bit extra. And now we've got Nidoking out here, which is Choice Scarfed. And with so many speed drops on Justin's side, if William can keep this Nidoking alive, this could actually be an okay closer for him.
Right.
Oh my gosh, the Quick Claw!
And it's, well, okay.
Oh god, if that was a double protect, could you imagine? Just like double protect, double Quick Claw activation.
Yeah, I think William has to go for those Quick Claw activations here.
Yeah, so like at this point, I'm actually kind of surprised that William went for Earth Power there instead of like because he's got what is it?
Yeah, he's also Amoonguss.
Why am I blanking on that poison? He's got Gunk Shot.
Okay.
So he's got Gunk Shot on that Nidoking. And so
that'd be able to hit everything probably for more overall.
Yeah, and so at this point, this Groudon, if he's got Rock Slide, this is the time to use it. That Amoonguss with Rage Powder, with Clear Smog, with Grass Knot, there's just going to be a lot of potential damage coming William's way. And there we see the Rage Powder and an Ice Beam showing that it isn't actually Scarf, it's just fast.
Oh no.
So now the Earth Power going to be able to clear out that Nidoking, which is really unfortunate for William. But that was a huge amount of damage on that Amoonguss.
And
Dragon Claw. Right. Dragon Claw right into Amoonguss thanks to Rage Powder. Ice Beam not able to clear out the Amoonguss, unfortunately, for William. Huh.
Right.
Well,
that's
really unfortunate. Yeah, it looks like William probably doesn't have Rock Slide because that would have been the ideal turn to use it.
Right.
Yeah.
And what moves have we seen on the Groudon? Protect,
Dragon Claw, and
Swords Dance.
Swords Dance, yeah.
Right. So you can actually think that last move would be a ground move.
Blades.
Yeah, Press with Blades.
So this should be a +1 Press with Blades coming to Xerneas, and it's doing a huge amount of damage. But now we finally see the last move from Rayquaza, and it is Air Slash, which is kind of a funny decision, but definitely cute from Justin, bringing out an Air Slash Earth Power Rayquaza, clearing out that last game in less convincing fashion. So I think William did a good job changing things up, but unfortunately not able to bring it around.